First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for Kenyon Drake. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Gun. They'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Drake. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Lucky 56. Set. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Let's go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Watch it now, Barney. Now let's go. 3-19.
Now a handoff for Clay. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll drop to throw. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Lucky 56. Detroit.
They go play action here on first down. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed and the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Now a play fake here on first down. Just keeping the play alive. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Now it's Jackson. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that is going to set up third and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Myles Garrett able to drop him for a loss of 12. And it'll be fourth down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they didn't come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone. All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And his first look is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here 56.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. It's caught. Jones. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the 1st down there, help them relax a little bit. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Detroit! 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 Pick it up!
The setup to throw. Steps away to his left. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Letting one go deep here for They've got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 49 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Detroit!
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action with Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. On 3rd down, Jackson under pressure again, and down he goes again. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
He goes underneath the Drake. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of backfield.
Now, Barney.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Gun!
They'll look to throw here. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
from the gun on third down, Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And Detroit getting set to go now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go now. Green.
They're going to look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Uses the spin to the right side, and he's got more complete. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Good. All right, now look at 56.
Now Jackson on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. To throw on 3rd down. And he's got his target. That's Moore. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's Jackson to throw. And escapes the sack. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally, you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll go to Pirine, try to pound it in. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. He's got daylight. The 40. The 20. 10.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Now, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Lamar!
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Myles Garrett in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
No, check, Patriot!
They go play action now. Jackson going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90!
Play action. It's Jackson. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch.
Here we go.
We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Now on 1st down, Drake again. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. It's a big play there for the Lions. 45 yards. So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring it.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all the way down to the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can pound it in.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Hey, alert 3.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Set.
On 1st and goal, Drake. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenyon Drake with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions have tied it. If they hit the extra point, they'll have the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now Jackson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Jackson got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. There he goes inside the 30. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's Jackson on first and 10. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. On second down, here's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but was 6?
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Detroit. 62 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kenyon Drake saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Lions are in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Back there, Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right.
Throwing on first down. Jackson. Open man left side is Gronkowski. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is. was that they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be third down.
Detroit! Detroit! Detroit!
Jackson from the shotgun. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding third and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Right back to Drake. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ross on the return. Whoosh. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now a carry for Pirine. And an alley to run. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he's got this down to the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
The left side completion to Jones. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Randy Gregory in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, Jackson. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Leopard! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gone!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be third and 5.
Lucky 56. Set. Green 39. Green 39. Gone.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Drake. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's...
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. After the interception, here's Jackson. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. His third sack of the afternoon. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll drop the throw. Forced out to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down, Jackson flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Niners on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They'll go option to the short side. He can run for it, and he will. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get 7 yards there on the keeper, but still 4th down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Yeah, baby, yeah. Now let's go. Blue, line it.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Okay, folks, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
The Lions on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Levante David in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Detroit. And San Francisco gets set to go here. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Again, here's P. Ryan. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up the key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And that's caught inside the 35. A big third down play there for the Niners. 52 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now P. Ryan. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Niners on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by, but that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed him out quite a bit so far, but it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Gun. Hot.
They'll look to throw. He goes underneath the Drake. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On second down, it's Drake. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle there by John Johnson. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Lucky 56.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on fourth down. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on fourth down. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
They had to convert there on fourth down, and they ran the football. Major surprise, but they picked it up. Now they get it really hurt.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He's back to throw. He dumps it off to Drake. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
You have no timeouts. You absolutely know you have to get out of bounds. That's been practiced many, many times. Can't afford to blow it in this situation.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Green 39. Green 39.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. He said they were poised to make a deep run in the playoffs this season, and it's off to a terrific start with a win here.
And once you get to the second round of the playoffs, your goals have been met in a big way, and now you can start to think even bigger.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.